Happy Monday. So in the last couple Mindset Mondays, we have focused on getting clarity. So strategic leading through purpose by having and knowing that purpose of the project. So today I'm going to bring it down a notch and we're going to talk about what happens when we don't have really clear vision or purpose for a project, when we might be handed something that's very ambiguous, because that is the reality. Oftentimes we get an assignment that's not fully fleshed out and it's, here's a project, we're broadly going to do this, we'll have to just figure it out as we go. Or it might be the first time we're tackling a project of this type. So that can be intimidating, right? How do we handle that? I have a couple of strategies that I use when that comes up, because it is just, if you manage projects long enough, you will definitely, and especially if you're just starting out, you will definitely have this feeling of, ooh, I do not have all the information that I need. So how do I move forward? So I like to do three things. The first is ask myself, what do I know about this? So if I take an example project, let's say that podcast example we were talking about last week. If I get assigned a podcast and I've never done a podcast production before, that could initially feel, ooh, I don't have enough information. I don't have enough experience. That fear-based thinking can really start triggering me, right? So instead, if I recognize that that's happening, and I stop and I say, okay, what do I know? I ask myself, what do I know about podcasts? Well, I know I like to listen to podcasts. Okay, so I'm a consumer of them. And what about that experience do I know? Where do I listen to them? What is the player that I use? What is the content that's most engaging? That kind of thing. Start asking, what do I know? Or does this resemble another project that I've worked on before? Does it resemble a website or a blog? Or, what are some of the similar traits? So it's gathering information about what I know, and then it's asking, what do I need to know to move forward? So there are probably some basic things that I need to know to move forward. And if I sit down and start formulating my questions, that's taking action. That is starting to do your plan. Start asking yourself, what's the minimum I need to know to move forward? And then third, I'm taking my next best action, which is often going to be gathering the team and telling them, here's the ask, here's what I know, here are the questions I have. What questions do you have? What do you need to know to move forward? What information or resources do you have on this subject that can help us move forward? You're bringing honesty and transparency to the team. You're not pretending to know things you do not know. That will only hinder us to move forward. So you're just asking those questions and asking them what questions they have as well, or what information they can bring. There's momentum in action. I've said it many times. There is momentum in action. So don't get stuck in not enough. I don't have enough information. I don't have enough experience. That is fear-based thinking. So don't get stuck there. Instead, consider what you know, what do you need to know, and what is my next best action that I can take from here to start building that momentum. Before you know it, you are going to be in the middle of planning and executing this new project of yours. You're going to be building this experience and really learning as you go. And those are some of the most exciting projects to be a part of, because we are learning those new skills that we'll be able to build off of. So how fun is that? So there can be fun and joy even in those very ambiguous, at first, very intimidating projects. If you just do not get stuck in those fear-based thoughts, you are enough. You have enough.